when I was 8 years old. Good little Christian child, never had a thought of anything else in my life. I woke up in the middle of the night, one night in April of 1955, and I realized that there is no God. I was terrified. I was so frightened. And in the middle of the room was a brilliant flash of light. And I know what that room looked like even 60 years later because I saw everything, the awful wallpaper, the dolls in a row, and there was a voice that said, "You wouldn't know what it is to have me if you didn't know what it is to be without me. I will never leave you again." Oh, well, when you're 8, everything is surprising, so nothing is. And I just thought, well, isn't it handy if you forget there's a God, they remind you. And I went back to sleep. But whenever people have this kind of experience, and this is a real experience, I've since found other people who've had it. When you have that kind of experience, you really, it's always vivid. It's always as if it just happened the night before. So as I grew up, I kept thinking I was going to find out what that was. But I never told anyone. And if you never ask a question, you never get an answer. I even majored in religion in college. Of all things, because I figured when you're a college religion major, they'll tell you what happens if you forget there's a God. Finally, when I was 20, I was feeling pretty depressed because I had majored in religion, and what the heck do you do with that? So one day, in the summer I turned 20, I came home from my job, and I sat down on the bed, and I was feeling really glum, and over my shoulder, splashing in the room, was the same white light. And this time there was beautiful music. It was like a million tiny bells, but they were very loud and playing this gorgeous song. And the same voice said, "I will never leave you." Then I knew, A, of course, that what had happened before was real, and B, I had to find out what that was. I figured it had something to do with where the dead go, and that was when I started what became a half century of trying to understand and finally figuring out not only what had happened to me that night, twice actually happened to me, but also where the dead are, what the process is, how reality works, and so much else. And I'm so grateful that long ago I had an experience which was very unusual, but it started me on what is really the purpose of my life. I was very happy about it.